Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at classic Doctor Who, the Golden Age, the third and the fourth Doctors. And this is Death to the Daleks from 1974. Now, this is from the 11th season, and this is the third story. Previously, we'd had Invasion of the Dinosaurs, and the next one will be The Monster of Peladon. This was transmitted on the 23rd of February through to the 16th of March 1974. There were 4 episodes, and this Dalek story was written by Terry Nation. It was directed by Michael E. Bryant, who previously had directed Colony in Space, 1971, The Sea Devils, 1972, The Green Death, 1973, and he would also direct Revenge of the Cybermen, which is fourth Doctor story, 1975, and the brilliant, the fantastic The Robots of Death from 1977, which is absolutely wonderful story, and that is a fourth Doctor one. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest Doctor Who stories. It really is. It's just an absolute wonderful story. Now, the script editor is, of course, Terence Dix, and Robert Holmes is there, but he's uncredited. And this, of course, was produced by Barry Letts and had such a good relationship with Terence Dix. And he was so important in really changing Barry Letts, the whole emphasis of Doctor Who, making the stories, I think, more adult in many ways, willing to take chances more with scripts and showing a wider range of sci-fi stories, which were also sometimes seen as relevant to the time. So he's an excellent producer on this. And of course, we've got the Daleks again, which is really good to see. Previously, we'd had Day of the Daleks, and then we'd had Planet of the Daleks. So John Pertwee has had 3 Dalek stories. Yes, right. Okay. So the music is also interesting. It's by Carey Blyton, and it's excellent. The music, really great soundtrack here. Fantastic, because we're so used to Dudley Simpson, but this time we've got this composer, and he's really good. Excellent composer. So let's get into the cast. We've got John Pertwee, of course, as the 3rd Doctor. We've got Elizabeth Sladen, who playing Sarah Jane Smith. Then we have got Duncan Lamont, who plays Dan Galloway. And what a career Duncan Lamont had. He was in The Man in the White Suit, 1951. He was in I Was Monty's Double, 1958. He was in The 39 Steps, 1959, another version of 39 Steps. He was in Mutiny on the Bounty, 1962. He was in The Scarlet Blade. We've come across that one before as well, 1963. And The Devil Ship Pirates, 1963. 1964 Devil Ship Pirates. The Evil of Frankenstein, 1964. He was in that. He was in Frankenstein Created Woman, 1967. The Witches, 1966. Quatermass and the Pit, 1967. So you can see there is a very strong Hammer connection there. Some great Hammer films. He was also in a very popular war film at that time, which was Battle of Britain. That's in 1969. That is absolutely... It's just so many great actors and actresses in that film. Fantastic. And then he's also in The Creeping Flesh, 1973. Then we have got John Aberneri, who plays Richard Railton. Right, now previously in Doctor Who, he was in Fury from the Deep, second Doctor story, 1968. He was in Ambassadors of Death, 1970, so it's third Doctor's story. He was in The Power of Kroll, 1978 to 1979, which of course is a Key to Time story. In terms of films, he was in Funeral in Berlin, 1966. And then we move forward, and in films that stand out, he was in The Godfather Part 3, 1990, which though is perhaps the weakest of the Godfather films. He's still in it though. Yes, he's still in it. So that's really good. Then we have got Joy Harrison, and she plays Jill Tarrant, and she was in an absolute stack of TV series and TV films. Fantastic. Then we've got, you've got to mention him all the time, Michael Wisher again. He does the Dalek voices, and wow, always a great contribution. I say, seeing the Daleks again is it's wonderful to see. What is this story about? What are Daleks up to? Aye, well, the Daleks and a human expedition arrive on the planet Exilon. And there is a native population there who you need to keep out of the way. I love it. They have this habit of, sacrificing people if you're not too careful. Get stuck in the way. Poor Sarah Jane there. Oh dear. Anyhow, I jumped ahead there. Anyhow, this planet is used in many ways for this mineral, and this mineral is important. That is, it's found in abundance, and we've got the Daleks there, but we've got the humans there because the humans need this. It's important because this can help cure and give immunity to a deadly space plague which is taking over, and they've only got about a month to get this sorted out. Otherwise, we are really in a really bad situation. So it's important for the human race to get this because it's going to cure this deadly space plague. So we've got that, and the other element in this is that they've been drawn down to this planet, right? The Daleks and the humans, and there's a power drain. Yes, the Daleks have been immobilized. They can't do their normal exterminate and do that. They have to adapt. They have to adapt the weapons. What is happening is that there's this ancient city going back. Oh, it's considered one of the wonders of the galaxy. Wonderful. And it's, well, draining the planet power. And it's obviously causing all these problems. What has to be done is that they have to go and, if you want to put it bluntly, destroy the city. Yes, and that's what they do. It's the only way they're going to stop this power drain, and then they can get on. And it's fascinating then, as we see what happens to Sarah Jane, what happens to the doctors. They go on the various paths, and we see the Exelons, and we see one or two that are not like the others, sacrificing and that. And one particularly befriends Sarah Jane and helps her. And what we get, we see this wonderful city, but they effectively have to destroy it. And I think it looks really good. I know that everybody criticizes it, but I quite like this city. For the resources, they do well. And as they go inside, there's various traps awaiting for them, and they have to go through all these various obstacles to get through this city. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've always liked this story. It's not considered probably the best Dalek story. I got quite a lot of affection. I like the fact we got the human colonists. I liked the way the Daleks were made impotent, effectively, and they had to make alliances. You don't see the Daleks making alliances, but a situation means that they've got to make alliances. It's a great one, and I must mention, there's this sort of monster. It's like a big slithery metal thing that goes up like a snake, a big giant sort of python snake thing. Oh yeah, that's great. That has a wonderful time as well, as we see it. Yes, wonderful, frightening everybody, of course. But yeah, it's great. The whole story I've really enjoyed. As I said, it's one that not is always looked at fondly, but I think over time maybe this has got a better reputation. We should. It's the critics that go out and being critical of it, but ignore them. I think it's great. I've always loved this story, and it's one that was early in my collection as well, because it came out on VHS in 1987 as an omnibus one, where all the episodes joined together. It was one that I was watching because you didn't have much. You only had a few that were released. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I think that helped it even more, seeing that. I think the third Doctor's in fine form. Sarah Jane is. Everybody is in good form. And I like the story. I think it's a good story. It was released on DVD in 2012. There's no Blu-ray release yet, but one will come, won't it? I mean, there will be an 11th season release for the third Doctor. So that's something to look forward to when that comes. Yeah, that's it. So before I go, I do like I normally do. I just show you. There it is. There it is again, the back. Some nice extras again on here. Got the disc there. Look at the disc, lovely disc. And as usual, this nice little leaflet that you get. As I say, I absolutely love my DVD collection. Even though they're going to get replaced by Blu-ray, I'll keep this because they took me a while. I've got them all, and it took me a while to get them. I got them as they were released. And I've always, I'm not getting rid of these, no way. Fantastic, absolutely wonderful. So, yes, highly recommended. And that's it. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and we'll let you know when I put out the videos. Also, look in the playlist and you can see all the previous reviews I've done of Doctor Who. Now it's building up, and there's a lot about Doctor Who, but then there's a lot of reviews of films and TV shows. A bit of music even thrown in. Now, if you like this video, please give this video a like. If you give it a like, it gets it out onto YouTube, and hopefully other people might enjoy it, algorithms and all that stuff. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments, and I'll always reply to them. And that's it. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.